So I want to share with you how and why I work 5 hours a day in my business and not like 8 or 9 hours, and how I was able to grow my business working 5 hours a day while still earning a full-time income from the business. Okay, I don't know if this is going to stay up here, but we'll try. This is a little off topic, off the norm from what I cover here on my YouTube channel. But this is real life for me, and I want to share it with you, and maybe you'll get a few bits of useful information that you can apply to your business or side business moving forward. If you are new here, my name is Meredith Marsh, and this channel is dedicated to helping your YouTube side hustle thrive. So a couple years ago, I drove by the car wash in my town, and I thought, that's like the ultimate business model right there.
Please wait. Thank you. Please pull forward.
People come on their own, they wash their car either in the do-it-yourself bay or the touchless fancy bay. They vacuum it if they want to. They grab an air freshener from the vending machine if they need it. It's completely self-serve. The owner shows up, does some maintenance, does some upkeep, and my perception is like the hardest thing about owning a car wash is counting the quarters and the dollar bills that people put into the machines and then taking them to the bank, right? And I thought, that must be nice. And that's like the cue for my brain to recognize that there's something that I want that I don't currently have. Now, I don't want a car wash, but when I can stop and say, how could I have that? Or how could that work for me, work for my business in this case? Then my mind starts to ask better questions and kind of tackle that question, and a whole mindset shift starts to take place. So I started thinking about ways that I could make my business operate more like a car wash, streamlined, systematized. We do one thing, we do it in multiple ways, and as long as we're getting traffic, the business kind of runs itself. So let me put this into the context of my actual business model, because a lot of people don't talk about this. A lot of business entrepreneurial types don't put the business model into context when they talk about things like growing, scaling, outsourcing, success metrics, and all of those things are variables that are different based on the business model, like on how the business actually makes money. So my business has multiple streams of revenue, but all of that revenue is coming from kind of one main source. It's coming from eyeballs. It's coming from traffic, people watching my videos, people landing on my blog posts. So I create videos for YouTube like I'm doing right now. I publish those videos, and then when people watch those videos, YouTube gives me a cut of the ad revenue. Now, I don't have to publish a new video every day or every week in order for that to happen. I have a library of videos on my channel. They get views, they earn revenue, whether I published them a month ago or even years ago. And that is one of the main keys to the whole working 5 hours a day thing. Those videos get turned into blog posts, and my blog is part of the Mediavine ad network, so I'm earning revenue that way as well. And when I mention a product or software in my videos or my blog posts, I link to those using affiliate links. So I get a commission if somebody makes a purchase based on my recommendation without it costing any extra for that person. This is affiliate marketing. Now, sometimes I work with brands who want to sponsor a video. So they'll pay a lump sum in exchange for me creating a video featuring their product, for example. I don't do a lot of brand deals anymore. They can be kind of time consuming and really energy draining for me. And so I would rather put my time and energy into creating content that promotes my own products, all of which are digital. So I have my membership program, the Video Pursuit Society, where I support content creators to start and grow their online business using YouTube. And that's my signature program. We have a whole membership portal. We have monthly Q&A calls, monthly action plans, a private Facebook group. It's a really supportive, fun group of content creators, mostly part-time side hustle content creators. I love showing up, giving them my full support, answering questions, and helping them out over any hurdles that they're having. A couple couple more of my digital products include Social Video Pro, which is like YouTube video editing for beginners, and the Earn 1K a month with YouTube workshop, which is brand new. But the reason why I list out all of those different revenue streams is to put this whole business model into context, because I might have listed something that you don't have in your business model, or maybe I didn't list something that you do have in your business or that you do envision for your business. For example, client work. I don't perform any services. You can't hire me to do something for you. I don't want to spend my time doing that. I don't do a lot of one-on-one and consulting, again, because it takes time and it takes energy. And I only have 5 hours a day, so let's talk about that. So it all comes down to the school bus, and mainly the fact that I am the school bus for my kids. Where we live and the times that my kids' school starts, it just works out that I have 5 hours a day in my office, at my desk, dedicated, distraction-free work time. Could I work in the evenings to get a few more hours into my workday? Sometimes yes, I could, but usually no. And for the most part, I don't really want to. I have a kid in high school sports. My spouse has a job where his work hours don't always have like an end time. And so a lot of times I do some work on my iPad, but it's usually not the most highly productive type of work. It's like responding to email. And when I started creating content 6 or 7 years ago, I was working full time, started my blog and my YouTube channel, and then about a year and a half later, my job let me go. Okay, for the record, I wasn't fired. They eliminated my position. So instead of going to get a new job, I just put my time and energy into this business that you see here. So there were definitely years where I did work 8 or 9 or 12 or 14 hours a day because I was building my business, I was enjoying what I was doing, and I was learning how to build a business. I really like my work. I like all of the nitty-gritty, nerdy details of online business. So it doesn't always feel good to leave my desk at 2 p.m. every single day. Sometimes I'm working on something and I'm in the zone, when you're like in the zone, and it doesn't always feel good to get up and leave. But for this season of life, this is where I'm at. I'm at 5 hours a day. So how do I get everything done and grow the business working 25 hours a week? Well, first of all, I have help. I have 3 virtual assistants, which, saying that out loud, sounds like a lot. Elijah, Stephanie, and Cynthia have specific roles and specific tasks that they are responsible for, and they're all part-time. So the things that I myself am not personally doing in the business are the things like turning the videos into blog posts, turning them into IGTV videos, sending out emails when I have a new video. If you're on my email list, you're probably getting those every once in a while at least. We have systems and processes in place for all of those different things. And hiring and managing a team has been a huge learning curve for me. I've never done it before. But without this team, I wouldn't be able to focus on the things that make the business grow. And this is where the car wash concept comes in, because as a team, they keep all of the moving parts running, not completely without me, but quite a bit without me. Even if I don't publish a YouTube video every single week, there are still things that can be done. So like updating older blog posts, revamping the SEO on older blog posts, sending out emails. Traffic is traffic, whether it is on a brand new piece of content, a brand new YouTube video, or an older blog post. And running VPS, my membership, is pretty much the same process every month. Yes, I show up for the Q&A calls. Yes, I show up every day inside of the Facebook group, but the processes for what we do in there are the same month to month. It's very much like a rinse and repeat kind of cycle. Now, logistically, Mondays, I like to call Monday my CEO day. So this is the day that I look at what needs to be done this week, of course, but also what were we working on last week that needs to be carried over so that we can keep working on it or complete it. And I touch base with my team members usually through either Zoom or Slack and figure out what are you working on? What are you going to get done this week? What do you need from me in order to complete your tasks for the week? And then the rest of the days of the week, I am just fulfilling on those task items, the to-do list, whatever it is that I'm working on when it comes to growing the business. The second thing is managing my energy. And without going completely woo on you in this video, I've been working on embodying my human design through the help of my friend Lauren. I'll put a link down below. And it's been really eye-opening for me in learning what works best for me in making decisions, business-related decisions, what I should be working on versus what I should be outsourcing. And the biggest breakthrough there has been realizing the difference between outsourcing things that take up lots of my time versus things that take up lots of my energy. The third thing is focusing my time and energy on the revenue generating things, the growth things, while the business is, keeping the car wash running. Whether it's setting up and running my 5-day challenge or revamping a training within the Video Pursuit Society, or more recently, I created a brand new workshop on how to earn 1K a month with YouTube, even if you're just getting started. And I'll put a link to that below if you're interested in checking it out. And lastly, this is another thing that a lot of people don't say or talk about in terms of context. Actually, it's two things. Number one, I have a supportive spouse. I recognize that I have the privilege of having another income earning adult in my house, and that has allowed me over time to focus on success in my business, not just in terms of monetary success, but also in terms of having the freedom and flexibility to do all the school pickups and doctor's appointments and sports practices. I have a really hard time believing that I would be working 25 hours a week and making the ends meet if I had to be like the single sole breadwinner for my family, or even just for myself. That's a lot of pressure. I'm not saying it wouldn't have been possible, but that kind of relationship and support is not necessarily something that everybody has. And I recognize that having that, support in place is partly what helped me grow my business into what it is. And the second thing is, what constitutes full-time income for me might be different for you. It took me a good long while to get to the point where my take-home pay from my business exceeded my full-time job income. And that's my take-home pay, not my revenue. It wasn't fast for me. I made a lot of mistakes. I got a lot of gutter balls, but there were a ton of mind shifts that had to take place along the way in order for me to keep going. All of which brings me back to what I said at the beginning of this video, which was that one of the big keys to the whole 5-hour workday thing is the fact that my YouTube channel, my blog, my business earns revenue whether I publish new content or not. Because creating content every week does take time, but these more passive income streams are all kind of coming from the same general sources of content that I've created in the past up until now. So I'm able to focus my time on growing all of that instead of doing one-on-one client work. So if you want to learn more about the 5 easiest YouTube revenue strategies and how to mix, match, and maximize your profits and discover which of those strategies are more lucrative for your niche or your business idea, join me for the Earn 1K a Month with YouTube workshop. I'll put a link down in the description.